Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Sammy. Today, we're going to talk about our 2024 Landmark Agent Bootcamp Topic 6. It's a very important topic, how to prepare the freehold offer by using Webform. So let's start. We are going to talk about first, login from the Trap MLS and a quick jump from the listing. So that's the first step we are going to talk about. Second one, we're going to talk about working with Realtor and the BRA, new Treasure 2 update. And then we will talk about the offer for freehold and form 801, 100, and also those related forms. And tomorrow we are going to talk about the offer for condo. And the day after, we talk about the offer for Potl. So that's 3 different topics. We will use 3 different sessions to talk. And next one, how to include the Schedule B. If you're buying the property for yourself, for your relative, how to include the disclosure form. And the next step, we're going to talk about how to use the Webform authentication. And then we will talk about the signing process. And you will know how to sign it. And number 6, we will talk about how to download the signed document and the email to listing agent. The last step, we will talk about how to register offer by 801 from Broker Bay. So that is a total 7 topics we are going to talk about today. Let's start from the first one. First one, log into MLS. I think a lot of people know recently the MLS changed a lot. So okay, so that's user ID is your trap number. Just use your start from 95, the trap number. The PIN number is your PIN you already set up. If you not set up the PIN, they will lead you to the old login system. And so I enter my PIN number, the last one. So they will send me text message. Text message will have an authentication code. So we will no longer use the Clarity app. We use a text message for the verification. And when we log in, we will click search property. And before we search a property, I know lots of people, you have a different option. Option for the ROM, option for the Matrix. So we are going to talk about using Matrix as a sample. If you are using the ROM or Stratus, I think most of the people use ROM. And we'll have a training. The training is a Saturday training. Calvin doing the training, did the training for the ROM, how to use a ROM, how to use a Skyslope from the ROM to prepare the offer. So you can check the video from our office website. So today we focus on Matrix and prepare the offer by Webform. Let's find a listing, any listing. So let's see, this is a listing. Maybe your buyer want to put an offer, where we should start. So first, you see there's a whole bunch of the buttons. We will click Webform transaction kit. So for today's training purpose, we go Webform for prepare the offer. And we click Webform transaction kit. Once you click, system will open the new window. The new window will automatically fill the transaction name, its property address, template. Because this is a freehold, so we choose 01A for freehold, offer for co-op site. So if you want a condominium offer, we probably go tomorrow, we have a condo offer. And then template we choose, import data already here, Toronto real estate board. The next one is very important. We have to choose the type. We have some agent, they said that when I create, they have a problem. See, import the MLS file. So the reason is because you not choose the type. So we have to choose the freehold. Once we choose, we click create. And now we create transaction. We go all the way on the right, forms. When we go forms, this is all the forms we may need to prepare the offer. So first, we are going to do the working with the realtor, because this is the agency form, and you can drag the offer order based on your own preference. So maybe, the first offer we use is the first form, we use 300. It's called buyer representative agreement. But then maybe for myself, I see I want to use 810 as the first offer. So you see the mouse, they have a 4 arrow. We can drag to the top. So we go the first form. This is agency form. Remember, agency form. This form not going to send to listing agent. Only 801, 100, 320, Schedule B will send it to listing agent. But for the agency form, we are going to keep it. Once the offer accept, we are going to send it to our office deals department. We go first one, 810. I will go every single space to explain to you. In case in the future, someone want to check back the video, you can re-watch. So this is working with realtor. Basically, there's 2 options. After December 1st, 2023, the Trisha phase 2 update, there's no more customer, only client and self-represented party. So there's only one option you need to choose. Either the client, we choose here because we represent the buyer, either self-represented party. Usually we don't use the self-represented party, but we cannot choose both. We only choose one, either one. For most of the transaction, the buyer is our client. So if you check here, you see the acknowledge have received and being explained the information guide. That means a RICO information guide. So I will let you know where we can find 2 ways we can find. And from the bottom, acknowledge the buyer name. So let's say I'm the buyer. I just use Sammy is my trade name. I just use my Sam to different with the trade name. So this is a buyer, acknowledge. And this is the buyer's brokerage. That means our brokerage. Okay, done. So that is very simple for the first 810 form. And the next, we need to find the RICO information guide. So we save and accept. And we add, the first way, we use add plus icon. It's add a form. We search RECO, RICO info guide, information guide. So this is a new form, and we can add. Once we add, always the new add form on the bottom. So I will keep the form all the way up, and under the 810, working with realtor. So this form, basically, there's only the acknowledge, only the signature. So we don't need to do too much information. So explain the RICO information guide. So I hope you can take time to quickly go through. And here is the agent's name and also the buyer's signature. We will do this in the Sandy side. So next form, we are going to go. So if you want to go to next form, you can always click transaction form on the middle. They will open the navigation page. We can go the next form is 300. buyer representation agreement. So we already have a training yesterday regarding the this buyer representation agreement, agency agreement. So I will not take too much time here because we're focused on the offer. So if you want to watch the agency training, form training, you can check the video, yesterday's training video. So I will skip all the details and we will go next form. Next form is a fund track ID, but the fund track ID is no signature needed. So we only do 1, 2, 3 form for the authentic sign. Let your buyer to sign it. So I will click basket. I will click authentic sign. Yes, in case you miss, maybe in the future, you can rewatch back this video and you can pause the video in case you cannot catch the step. Okay, let system run, maybe take a little bit of time. All right, so now they open the new page is called authentic sign. And we have 2 forms, 3 forms. One is working with a realtor, second one, RICO information guide, and the last one is a BRA. So let's start the signing for these 3 forms. After form load, we need to check sender, who is going to be signed. First, we check with from the transaction. We need first, we need a buyer's agent, we need a sign. And the next one, we need the buyer needed to sign it. So for the seller, for the listing agent, we can ignore because they are not, the listing agent will take care of the seller. So we always leave blank. We don't need to take care for their part. So now we need to add another person new. That means a buyer. So I use this as a buyer and the buyer's email. And the row is a buyer, and then I will save. After save, let's see. So this form is a new form. That means the system, the template is not 100% create. So they only have a very few template they create. So that means the buyer initial, buyer signature they have, but here the buyer initial is missing. We have to find buyer. We have to drag the initial in the right spot. And then we go RICO information guide all the way to the bottom. And we need a buyer to signature to sign it. Buyer's signature. And this is a buyer's name. So when we put the buyer's name, there's 2 ways you can do. One is to use a text box. You can write buyer's name. The second way is a very easy way. We can just click signature. Once you click a signature, you will see here is a name block. When we click a name block, you will see this is name will automatically come out. So it's save us last of the time. So here we still need the agent's signature. So when we click agent signature, we click here, we switch to agent, buyer agent, and then we put signature here. And you see the date was provided. I can drag the date in the right spot. So that is the new form. I think a lot of the agent, if you are the new agent, is good. It's like you come here, you learn because this is new. If you are the senior agent in the business for many years, you may not familiar with this form. This is a new form. And also we go next page for the BRA. This is not new form. So the initial signature will be automatically. place in the spot. We see the initial for the buyer and the initial for the agent. Remember, this is we only because we are not training for the agency form today. So that's why I leave all the information blank. We have a training yesterday. If you want to check the details, how to prepare the agency form, check the yesterday's training. And we go all the way to the bottom. We have agent's signature missing here. We just place the signature of the agent. Done. So that is all the form for the agency form. We finish. So when you prepare the offer for your client, there is two authentic sign you need to prepare. First one, I will go the dashboard. I will go the transaction. First one is agency form, 810 record information guide, and 300 BRA. So the next one is send to listing agent, 801, 100, and 320. So before we start the forms send to listing agent, we quickly to sign the form. And this is signature we received. If you are the agent, you will receive from the, but this is, see the name, this is a buyer. They receive the email from their mailbox. When your buyer open the mail, they can click start signing. And they accept, they click. Once they click, they have option. First option, the system, they have their own signature. You can choose different, see there's have different font. But usually we don't want to waste the time. We just let system put default, the first one. Or, some buyer said, I want to use my own signature. You see there's called a draw. Draw, that means that they have able to put their own signature, own initial. So this is option, they can do the draw. Or, your buyer said, you know what? I don't want the draw because it looks like a very ugly. I have my signature, it's a digital file. So you can upload the signature, upload the initial from your buyer. But anyway, I will use very default from the computer, set the signature. Just by very simple click. Complete. So the buyer is already complete signing. So I will go, this is as agent, as buyer agent, we also receive the email. When we receive the email, we first do click accept. And then we go start on the right. The start, they will directly go to the where you need the initial, where you need the sign. Complete. So now we finish the signing for the buyer and also for the agent. So we can check our email. You see the email, update. Usually the update, that means someone, they just finished the signing. You receive the update. The last email we really want is signing complete. So usually for me, I will delete update email. And I will wait for the signing complete email. So you can also check web form and see how is the signing status. We go open, we go authentic sign. From the authentic sign, you'll see the last signature you just sent. It's complete. Complete, that means everybody finished the signing. When we click in, we will able to see view sent PDF. So you can just view and download the PDF, send the PDF, send it to listing agent. Or you can check it from the email. Usually from the email, they will send you the signing complete email. But in case you are not receive the email, you can quickly find from here. So however, you see the authentic signing complete. That means that the signature is done. I can click here to download the one PDF for the all three forms. Or you can download the individual form by here. So that is one by one. But if you click here, that is three forms in one PDF. That is in case the deal offer accept, you will send this to our office deals later on. Keep it in your file. So now let's start the offer. Okay, let's go back to our authentic sign. You can always click a dashboard. When you click a dashboard, they will lead you to the transaction. And we click the last transaction. We click the forms. We go A01 form. Fund track form, you also need to fill, but they don't need a buyer's signature. So we may probably going to be talk about that later on. So let's quickly go for the every single spot for the offer. First one, this is the A01 offer summary. Offer summary, they need date. So we click a calendar, we check today's date. And here, that means the buyer name. Buyer name, if they have two buyers, we will go the next buyer name. And if we have three buyers, maybe we have, let's say, you have three buyers. And see, that is three buyers. If you have four buyers, everybody know, just use and you can share the space. But however, today I'm going to use a training for only one buyer. It's going to save us lots of time. But if you, in case you need two buyers, three buyers, four buyers, it's easy to share the space. And the next one we will see is the offer will be submitted by email, because after pandemic, all the agent will receive the offer by email. And the offer will submit to listing brokerage. That means when you want send the offer to listing agent, let's say we are going to prepare the offer now, and the offer probably going to be sent to listing agent later of today, roughly. Let's say maybe 6 p.m., maybe more or less. So that is roughly time. You cannot be exactly, maybe 5:30, maybe 6:15. So that is roughly time. And today we are going to send to listing agent. Irrevocable, we give usually 24 hours, 11:59 by tomorrow. So irrevocable, usually we give 24 hours. But however, you need to check with the listing and see how listing agent give the instruction. Because some seller maybe in the overseas, they need 48 hours. Sometimes they need more time for the irrevocable. But most of the case, 24 hours will be good enough. That means from now until tomorrow, 11:59. That's it. So very simple form, A01. Just a date, buyer name, offer how to send it to listing brokerage, listing agent, and when you are going to send, and irrevocable. That's it. So the first form we finish. After you finish this form, I always suggest you click File and click Save. They will automatically save, but however, sometimes they will not. So you don't want to waste your time, finish everything, but finally, nothing to save. So to make it sure 100% save, just go File, go Save, and go Save. So next, we go the form for offer, agreement, purchase, and sell. Same thing, we click a transaction form on the middle, click. we will find the form 100. That's agreement purchase sale freehold. You click, they will lead you to the form. And now we are going to quickly start the form. So here, the system put a buyer's name, offer's date, seller's name. So the seller's name, maybe I will do a little bit of change. So they have a two name. I want they share one name, use one space. Buyer, the seller's name, two sellers. And also, we have a training for second training regarding the ProppertyLine and the Geowarehouse. I strongly suggest you check that training because we need to make sure the seller is a real seller. The seller's name is 100% correct from the land registry system. So we are not going to take time today, but I will suggest you take the topic 2 training. And now let's continue. Address front on. Front on, we have to check MLS. This is MLS. They said the front on east. So we will put front on east, EAST. Off street, which street? Belinda Street. And in the city, if you see there's a very tiny icon, click city of, this is Toronto, city of Toronto. And the frontage and the depths, this is feet. Remember, we check the feet. And the double check with MLS 2356-110. And if you check the previous training for the Geowarehouse, you will know how to verify those information. Okay, so next one, we go the price. The price, if the price, I think how to do the CMA, how to check the price, I will leave it on the listing. So maybe you can take my listing training, you will better understand how to set up the price. But today, let's say this property, the buyer said, I want to give the full price. So I will write down the full price. $1,099,0. Okay, so that is the full price and the deposit. So usually, once the offer accept, we will give a deposit within 24 hours. It's called upon acceptance. And the deposit usually will be 5%. And for this case, we give maybe 55,000 for the deposit. And payable to, usually 5% of the list sold price. Payable to, we choose the listing brokerage name. We can copy. And we will paste. So that is the deposit we'll pay to listing brokerage. And for the schedule, we will have a schedule B. We will have a 160 disclosure form. If you're buying for your buyer, the buyer is not related with you. You don't need a disclosure, just the schedule A and the schedule B. But if you buy the property for yourself, for your family, for your any relative that means blood, marriage within the 3 generations. So you have to disclose. Is this irrevocable by buyer? I don't know why some agent always made a mistake. Seller, make sure offer is prepared by buyer agent. We have to put the buyer. Irrevocable, 11:59 tomorrow. And the completion date. Usually the completion date, we have to check from the MLS. You see they have a completion date, position date, TBA, to be arranged. So for that case, most of the case, we will put 60 days. That means February is 1 month, March is 1 month. We'll go March, the end of the last day will be March 31st. But the March 31st, when you check the calendar, you see it's a Sunday. Sunday, the lawyer is not working. So we cannot put a Saturday, we cannot put a Sunday. So we can put a 29, Friday. But we know Friday is the last day, working day, weekday. So maybe it's really busy for this month closing. In case something happen, you have to wait for the April 1st. So to avoid that any mistake will come out, we will put the 1 day before. So we put the 28, in case something happen, we still have one more banking day to fix. So I will suggest to put the 28 for the closing day. And then we go all the way to the second page. We already have buyer's agent email. So you don't need to put the listing agent email. You can just leave there. And the chattels include, so we can check MLS. We will see inclusion. Inclusion, that means the chattels. Now they have a different name. So I will copy from here and to chattels. And fixture, exclude, that means something not included in, so none. So either you leave blank, either you leave N/A, not applicable. Rental item, most of the case, hot water tank is rental, but however, I don't know, but I would put hot water tank if rental. So if rental is rental, if not rental, they own. So just put the break and if rental. So the HST always include in. So from the template, we already put include in. We continue going for the title search. Title search usually is 2 weeks before the closing. So 28, 21, 14. 14 is 2 weeks before the closing. And the title search. The next one is use. Use is a single family residential. So most of the property is a single family residential. How to check that? I think the training we have topic 2 is already covered. I hope you can take that training, you will learn more. And now we go all the way to the Schedule A because everything is already there. For the Schedule A, we have a pre-built-in clause. So you don't need to worry about which clause shall I put in, which condition, where can I find the conditions. So the clause is already there. Balance, discharge mortgage, no working order, condition for the finance, 5 banking days is a standard. And in case your buyer said, no, I don't want the 5 banking days, maybe I want the 3 banking days to let the seller know I really want this property. So you can change 5 to 3. Maybe sometime the buyer said, oh, I cannot take a 5, probably need a 10. So you can change it to 10. But a 5 is most of the case where it's not a say standard, but most of the case, 5 banking days is pretty normal. And the home inspection is also the very normal condition on the 5 banking days. It's the same time to start finance home inspection. After offer accept, the next day is the first day they will start. Survey. So if they have a survey, we leave it. If they don't have a survey, we cross out. And the next one is revisit. That means the buyer have a 2 more chance to revisit the property. And the next one is warranted all electronic plumbing, mechanical, and all of the properties, they have those things should be normal working. And next one, seller should have vacant property, no garbage left behind. That's a standard clause. It's not a condition, it's a clause. The next one, seller represent warranty during the property, seller own the property. There's no grow house, no illegal use. And the last one, the listing brokerage represent the seller, the buyer brokerage represent the buyer, and the buyer never see the property without the agent. So that is a representation. Yeah, that's all for the schedule. It's 2 conditions. So you don't need to change it unless your buyer said, I don't want finance, I don't want the home inspection. So I will show you how to cross out in the authentic sign later on. So that is the offer. It's really easy. We go the next one, cooperating confirmation. So 801, we finish. 100, we finish. 320, cooperating confirmation. Yeah, that is a new form, just changed from the December 1st. So listing brokerage represent the seller. We just check the first one. And then we go all the way to the third. Second one, we just leave blank. The third one is we are the cooperating brokerage, and we represent the buyer. And the commission will be paid as per MLS. And that's it. And also we need to ask a buyer to sign, agent to sign. Yep, that is the form we finish. So once you finish the form, I will go save. So remember, we need 2 more forms. One is a Schedule B. One is a disclosure, because this property is buying for myself. So I will add disclosure. Disclosure is 160. I will check the disclosure form. And the buyer agent's name, buyer agent's title, and also the explanation. The buyer is, if the buyer is your relative, you can write down the buyer is related to the buyer's agent. But now if you are the buyer and also you're the buyer agent, so you can see the buyer is REAL, real estate agent. And the commission, for sure, we will receive the commission. I will. Done. Now we are going to save this form. And before we go to doing the signing, I will download Schedule B. Schedule B will be here to document. So this is a Schedule B from the listing brokerage. I will download it to the download. February, today is 07/6. SCHB. In download, I save it. So now everything is ready. I just going to start the signing process. So you see, to prepare the offer is really easy. When we fill all the information, we just go to forms on the right, and we check A1, we check 100, we check 320 cooperating confirmation, we check disclosure 160. And for the rest of the form, maybe we don't need to use that for now, but in the future, we're probably going to be used. We have another seminar, another training. We'll talk about the related form. So now we are going to choose all the form, and we see the basket, and we see there's a called authentic sign icon. It's take a little bit of time to load. Okay, once the form load, we will first send, that means we find the people who is going to sign. From add participant, add from transaction. You will see buyer, you will see buyer's agent. But for the seller listing agent, leave it. We don't need to worry about them because we are the buying side. We select. If you see there's like a explanation mark, that means something missing. If you click, you will find the buyer's email is missing. So I will get buyer's email. And of course, if you can click update transaction contact, that means in the future, next time, you don't need to write down the email again. So I will save. Once I save, I will double check the forms because the system will automatically place the email, place the initial and the signature. A01 form, we finish. The buyer's signature is in the right spot. We go second form, agreement purchase sale. Everything is done. Buyer's initial is already here. Next page, buyer's initial. Third page. Fourth, fifth, you see buyer's signature and also the buyer's signature for acknowledge. In the classroom, we was teach, the acknowledge should be done by accept the offer. But anyway, you can done by after accept the offer, you can place a signature for now. It's not really matter. And here for commission trust account, this is as a buyer agent, you will be signed here. The reason is you are the agent on behalf of the brokerage coupled with another agent. So we are going to, this is the system, they have a problem. So we have to place our signature here. First click, and the next one, switch to buyer agent. You see the different color. And also we need to place signature here. We don't need a date. We just click and delete. So that is one place usually missing the signature for buyer agent. We go all the way down. Everything is good, but you was told by buyer. Buyer said, you know what? I don't want the finance. I don't want the home inspection. So I will use line. You see the line, click. They will have a four borders. They will show up. And then I will cross out. 1, 2, 1, 2. When you cross out, I need a buyer to initiate. That means the buyer acknowledge. They don't want the finance. They don't want the home inspection. So click, switch to buyer's name, and place initial 1, 2. So that's usually, the buyer didn't want the fund condition. And also, the listing agent told you, you know what? We don't have a survey. Please cross out. Same thing, we go line, we go cross, and also we get the initial. And we go continue. Everything is good. Cooperating confirmation. Okay, so here, this is a new form. The system template is not updated yet. So we have to manually, this is a buyer. We have to put a buyer initial here. And then we switch to buyer's agent, put a buyer's agency initial here. We go next page. Everything is good, but here we are not multiple representation. So we have to delete this initial. So most of the agent, they are not aware. So they just leave it and send it to listing agent. So the listing agent said, no, we are not multiple. Please remove it. So that is always have a problem, remember. So we keep going for the disclosure. Disclosure, you need a buyer agent, that means my signature. So I have to use my signature, put it here. And of course, they need a broker record signature. So you can send this offer to listing agent first. Once offer accept, you will ask a broker record to sign it. Or if you have enough time, you can send this form to office front desk. Office front desk will ask a broker record to sign it and get you back. So either way, it's work. Okay, now we get everything done. But usually we won't use disclosure as a first form. So we go document, and we want 160 is the first form to let leasing agent know. So we hold, you see the mouse will change. We hold and drag to the top. That means 160 will be the first form. And the rest of the form will be a continue. So now I will double check one more time. Good. So I will suggest you, if you are the new, you finish the signing and double check once and take 1 or 2 minutes break, and then come back, do the third double check. When you slowly do the third double check, you may find some missing initial, missing signature. So that's why it's going to help you to make sure all the signature initial is no missing initial signature. Everything is in the right spot. So I will do the third double check. Okay, good. Now I'm going to send to buyer and the buyer's agent. So I will click next. When I click next, send, that means we'll send it to a buyer and the buyer's agent. So once you click send, you can ask a buyer to check your email, please sign the form. So as an agent, I will go to my email and I will check, see if I received it. Yep, I received. So I click, I start the signing. This is agent. Accept, start, click, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. See, just within few seconds, you finish the signing. And now we are going to next email. This is a buyer's email. You will see the name. This is the buyer's email. They will receive the email, open the signing, start the signing, check, check. Done. So now we are finished the signing for the offer. We close. Signing update. Update, that means someone they just finished the signing. So usually I will delete because there's too many emails. And delete. And when we waiting for the complete signing email come in, I will go to Webform. You see Webform, they automatically update. Everyone is already signed. In case sometimes you have 2 buyers, maybe 3 buyers. 2 buyers is already signed. You wanted to know who is not signed yet. You can go here, click, you will see who finished the signing, who is not finished the signing. You click, you will see, oh, there's someone is already finished and they are finished signing. Maybe someone is still not finished signing. Maybe sometimes the buyer said, oh, you know what? The email, I don't use that email for a long time. So I want to change it to another email. If they are not signed yet, you can easily click here. They have a change. Click, you put a new email and click save. The system will resend the form to the new email. And so that is in case some buyer, they change the email, or you're typing the email error, like a COM, just put a CO, so that's why they are not received. You can modify the email from here. Because this is already finished, there's no button show up. If it is not signing, you have a button you can click to modify. So the next very important thing is for the certificate. Sometimes the buyer, whatever reason, they said, no, I'm not a signed document. You make the fake one, fraud one. So I will show you in the court. We have to check the certificate. If you need to go to court, we have to show the certificate. So that is a certificate. If go authentic sign, if this is a complete transaction, never delete. I will suggest you never delete the real transaction. If this is like, we are going to do, it's a practice, it's not a real, you can delete. But if this is a real transaction, never delete from the authentic sign. You click authentic sign, this is a real transaction. Maybe in the some day later on, the buyer, whatever reason, they said they want to sue you because you make some, whatever. So we have to view signed certificate. We have to let the court know with everything, every step, every second, when you send it to the client and when they sign the document, what is the IP address and what is the signature or initial. So that is the certificate. It's going to help you. So don't delete the transaction for the real transaction from authentic sign. Now we are going to go to number 6, download the document. We see the signing complete. Okay, we go signing complete. We click here to download. So this is the transaction we finished, the offer we finished. You see the signature, you see the initial, everything is done in a one PDF. We just download. You can click save to download. Once you click save to download, and you can save it to your computer, and you can use email sent to listing agent. So I think everybody know how to do it, right? First is you can download the signed PDF to your computer. And the next one, you'll find the listing agent's email from the MLS all the way to the bottom. Click agent, you will see the agent's email, copy the email to your email, write down a new email, use attachment to send it to listing agent. So that's a very simple step. I hope you can do it by yourself. And after we finish the email, so you need a register offer. So how we are going to register offer? So this is the last step. We register offer by using broker bay. So we register offer, only use A01. Remember, don't use the full PDF here. Just use A01. Download A01. This A01 is a signed form for the buyer. So we only download 801. It's very important. And after you download, you go to listing. You go to listing, and from the listing, you see broker bay. I hope everybody know broker bay is for the booking showing system, broker bay. And from the broker bay, we check register offer. Here is a register offer. We attach, remember, we attach A01, we just download. And the date is for today's date. And the time, maybe for 11:59. Irrevocable, or remember, irrevocable is for tomorrow, 11:59. And of course, you can write down your phone number and then register offer, attach schedule, attach L1. So that is the whole step. I hope you can enjoy. So it's not easy. No, it's not difficult, but also it's not easy. I hope you can, when you finish the training, you can rewatch this video and follow the step, how to prepare the offer. And there's two different types. One is for the agency form. You need to save it for yourself. Another one for the forms to the listing brokerage, listing agent. So A10 recall information guide, 300. After ask your buyer to sign it, keep it. And then 100, 320, 801, and also the disclosure if you have. Schedule B to listing agent. So we are also finished that part. And how to do the signing, we also finished. Download the email, download to your email to listing agent. The last one, register offer. So that's pretty much information today. And but it's very important. Every day we have an agent said, oh, I need a prepared offer, but I don't know anything. How can I start? Is there anyone can step by step to teach me? So today's training, we are going to step by step to let you know how to prepare the offer, how to prepare the authentic sign, how to register offer. So tomorrow we are going to talk about how to prepare the offer for condo median. The reason we separate is some agents, I did some training for the prepared offer for freehold, but some agent said, no, that's for freehold, but there's no video for the condominium. Yes, condominium is a little bit different. So that's why tomorrow we're going to talk about the condominium. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you can enjoy the training and hopefully can see you tomorrow. The next, we will have a question and discuss. If you have any question, please feel free to discuss.